Kershaw's going to be better, but you know what I mean.
Oh, we're getting a bunch of people popping into the chat room,
Well, there's
hoping to get a
always a lure of
free
free
copy of the game.
things.
Free things.
Yeah, Baseball Stars was one of the first with a money system. Um, you could sign players, and you could actually sign female players too. It was a groundbreaking game. You could sign rookies, veterans, or big stars, and the stars made like 10 million, I think, was the max, which was a lot in the late '80s.
Yeah, some people have asked about female players in our game, and I know there's another female GM in the minors somewhere. Um, and I know she's in the game as a man because we don't have it set up for that. Uh, I don't know if that's planned for the future or what. That's one of those things.
Oh, an unemployed loser. I am not paid 15 million a year. I am paid less than 15 million a year. I don't know. Did I say I was paid 15 million a year? It doesn't seem like something I would say.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
I
Yeah,
get
someone said that, and then
yeah. I don't. That doesn't seem like something I would say because no one would believe that. I mean, I wouldn't believe that. I get somewhere between $15 and $15 million, but not $15 million.
somewhere between the two.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think nobody there. Bill Simmons didn't get 15 million a year. Oh, the screen. Oh no, I. Oh no, that's Chase Utley's salary. That's not my salary.
Oh,
Yeah, someone's looking at the Chase.
failed
I still have
joke.
the Chase Utley. In game, I make like 300,000. I'm the least. Yeah, it's kind of weird in baseball because the GM is like compared to the players. Yeah, I'm paid 380,000, not 15 million. Oh, failed joke. Okay, I didn't get it. I thought I had been bragging accidentally, and I said that doesn't sound like me. I remember baseball was to move your team to Mexico City. Did it work? Because Mexico City is one of those places you can see working down the road. Uh, I just don't think they'd have the revenue to do it right now.
But yet you could break baseball mogul by moving the team there
Yeah, that to Mexico City.
to
Um,
Mexico City, with the drug cartels kill all your players or something.
I remember in front office football, um, in the early ones, you could get really good stadium deals from these dinky little cities. I remember getting like $1 billion deal from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. How does OOTP, does Out of the Park have a big database of names to use for to generate new players? Um,
yeah. There's
do
a
you have
very
like
large.
do you have like nationality modifiers or anything?
Yeah, I mean every player is a nationality. We've got all the countries
I
in the
mean,
world.
I mean, I meant does that affect the naming at all? To keep because the
It
names tend to look pretty
it should,
practical.
yeah. That's my understanding is that it does. I mean, if it's an American, if it's a player from the Dominican Republic, he's going to have a name that's appropriate.
Because
Um,
sometimes it would just be weird. Like imagine if you had Guillermo Szymborski. That would be really weird if you had Guillermo Szymborski or I
yeah,
remember
as far as matching up first names and last names, it should be doing that. Yeah, I mean
because
it's
it seemed off topic, but I was talking about front office football. And I remember in the original, I once drafted a quarterback just because his name was Chili Mac Beethoven.
how
Legendary
can you not
generated name.
how can you not draft
Yeah,
him?
Chili Mac Beethoven.
You've got to draft him. That's like a rule. It's a law. Yeah, I. It's funny. Someone mentioned Tony La Russa baseball in the chat. I've played
Oh,
Giancarlo Zamborski.
Giancarlo Szymborski.
I
Um,
played. I played some. Did you play Tony La Russa?
I did play Tony La Russa. I
Yeah.
had it. Also had it. I had it for Genesis and PC. I had Tony La Russa 2 for Genesis, and that was a cool game. It had the one pitch sims that a lot of games didn't have at that point, but it also didn't save stats when you turned it off. So I actually had to keep. I actually had to collect the stats myself on this Lotus. I had Lotus 1, 2, 3 at the time, and I actually made a big spreadsheet so I could keep the players up to date myself. Since when you turned off the Genesis, the stats reset, which was a really stupid thing. But in the future, then the Tony La Russa for the computer, and it had the voices of Lon Simmons and who else did it have? Mel Allen. Lon Simmons, Mel Allen, and there was a third one. I can't remember now. But on the computer, then you could finally save the stats, and you wouldn't have that keeping. So it seems like a simple thing now, but just the step forward that computer games would save the stats was a big deal for me when I was a kid.
Right. Yeah, that was definitely an issue with a lot of those earlier games, and now you can, with Out of the Park Baseball, save box scores and game logs and all kinds.
Yeah,
of
everything.
Stuff.
I mean, you can you look through the statistics, and you can keep war on things now. You don't have to calculate it yourself with a spreadsheet.
Right.
This is getting really more. Okay, so we got some people here. So you want to do the giveaway?
Yeah, let's look. It says we got 34 people. I don't know if when I look at the list, I don't know if that's 34, but I am just going to do a random number generator. And hopefully these people don't already have copies of the game. But did you play any of the dice and card games like Stratomatic or?
I did play Stratomatic and Dynasty League Baseball, and those were fun too. But the nice thing about the computer games is you always had someone to play. When you're a kid, you can't always get people to come sit for a board game. So computers were a nice advance here, and the internet has been an even better advance in that thing. Because there's a lot of board games, not just baseball ones, that it's really hard as an adult to get players, to get people to play with you anymore.
Right.
What you should do for the giveaway, what you should do here is have people say something in chat and then randomly generate their number as their names come in. There's a raffle plugin, but I don't have that installed because I don't run raffles. So here, how about to enter, to win, type, ! Raffle. And then as people do type ! Raffle, generate their random number.
That works for me.
And since we don't have 1,000 people in here, we don't need the plugin.
Right. Did you ever play Mogul or any of our other more recent competitors?
No, I've mostly played the baseball. I still play Diamond Mine all the time. I do a lot of Diamond Mine. That's a good game, too. Baseball Mogul I don't have as much experience with.
Yeah, there's still there's a good fan base out there for Diamond Mine, isn't there? I guess it's more of a historical kind of thing, huh?
Yeah, Diamond Mine, it's more of a sandbox type thing. It's not the same kind of game. It's not really directly competing with Out of the Park in that way. Yeah, there's an in-game sim in both. But Diamond Mines is more the focus is on like the small and the tactical. It's not really a management sim in the same way. See, there's benefits to each approach. I play both games. I love both games. I don't want to put them against each other.
No, I was just curious which ones you've played.
In Diamond Mine, you can do things. There's a lot of sandbox stuff you can do with Diamond Mine. You can instantly change a player's event table, simulate a season real quick, and see how it changes and things like that. So there's that kind of sandboxy aspect.
Right.
Yeah, as Real said, it's a replay game, and you can do a lot of cool things with a replay game. Yeah, Tom Tippett works for the Red Sox now. Did Tango create? I thought Tango created WOBA. Sorry. Did Tom Tango not create WOBA? I've been Yeah, it was created by Tom Tango. I'm not insane. Tom Tippett and Tom Tango are two different people. Tippett created Diamond Mine, and did a lot of good database work, and he works for the Red Sox for 4 or 5 years now. He's been there for a while. Yeah, good old Tango Tiger. One of the best researchers there are. You can see my 0 playoff appearances in this screen.
Okay, well, I've got one raffle winner, which is Sleevelessless.
Okay, Sleevelessless, are you still here? If so, you have won one of the copies.
And the other one is trying to read the name. Matt in the hat.
Where is it? Matt in the hat. Matt in. Well, Matt in the hat. What is it? The SD hat? Matt in the SD hat? The standard deviation hat? That's a weird hat if it's a standard deviation hat.
Okay, well.
Oh, in the San Diego hat. Okay. That makes more sense than a standard deviation hat.
All right. So, yeah, why don't you guys...
Well, why don't you message... They can message you on Twitch, since they're logged in and everything.
Yeah, why don't you guys message me, and I'll get you serial numbers or Steam keys. Just tell me which one you want.
2 standard deviations from the mean of the hat. No, I did not realize it was San Diego hat. If he said man in the Padres hat, I probably would have figured that out.
Right. Exactly.
So, if you've been reading me, Matt, I'm sorry for all the Matt Kemp bashing you've heard from me for the last 6 months. People are tired of that.
Oops. Well, great, Dan. I appreciate you coming on. I don't know if you wanted to talk about anything else or show.
No, it was fun.
Yeah.
We've had a good 90 minutes of out of the park action here. I hope if anyone else has any questions, just say them. I am always an Ask Me Anything. If you don't follow me already, you can follow me on Twitter at Szymborski at twitter.com. I am on Twitch at Zim Smash. That's ZIM Smash. I will spell that in. Though I play more games like Hearthstone or old NES games on Twitch that are more fan interaction type of things. But anyway, we've had a lot of fun tonight. If any more questions, just speak up before we log off here. Yeah, I did talk about Saber. That I did. You could probably see it in the archives. I talked pretty much about how Saber is there's a kind of a misconception about Saber that it's a statistical organization that has a lot of stat heads. There are some stat heads, but it's a historical organization and there's a lot more history. I think about the Mets. I did not obviously think they were going to keep up the original pace. I always thought the Nationals were the better team. The question was if the Mets had enough of a buffer to hold off the Nationals, which of course is gone now. I do like the Mets. I do think they're the second best team in the division. I think a lot of what the Marlins did was just kind of overrated. I don't really think they're that good a team, to be honest. And the Mets have a lot going for them, especially when they get Wheeler back next year, hopefully. Thor is up, which made me extremely pleased. Okay. Well, anyway, we should probably wind this down. Brad, yes. you have their names and everything. Just as we go, the winners.
Matt in the SD hat and Sleevelessless.
Okay, good deal. So I hope our raffle winners enjoy their game. And I'm going to wind this down now by saying good night, guys. Thanks for joining me and Brad here. Do you have your next guest that you want to talk about yet, or?